Hey guys, so by the looks of this video, you can tell that this is going to be a serious topic. I might not upload this right now. I might upload it and I take it down real quick. But I want to get into the topic of, my real talk, sorry, that's my brother, of depression. It's a dark place that is usually hard to escape. Now, you could have depression that's just grief of something that happened and you blame yourself about. Maybe a family or a pet dying, or maybe losing a job, or losing a loved one, or maybe losing a few friends even. I believe that everybody has depression. Some people can get rid of it. Well, not really get rid of it, but I believe everybody has it. Some of them are just not as severe as everybody else's. I have a few friends that agree with me on that topic, and they too used to have severe depression. I used to have severe depression to where I wanted to kill myself. And those months, I was wondering what was the point of me waking up? What was the point of my family feeding me when I was just a lost cause and I was going to die anyway? And that's the thing. You have to get to the fact that everybody is going to die. Nothing lives forever. I don't even think this world is going to be here forever. And that's just something you have to get. It's just something you have to know. So, and that's the thing about depression, is that it doesn't matter how long it takes a moment away from your life when you have no solution and you just can't be happy. I had so many days where I just wanted to smack myself across the head and say, "Hey, idiot, wake up and be happy." But that wasn't the case, because to find true happiness, you have to find what makes you comfortable. You have to find friends that you can talk to. And really, no, I didn't let anybody. And it was weird. I met this one person, and she's one of my best friends right now. And it was during the time I was depressed. It was January this year. And it was just a weird connection. I don't think I've ever had a type of friendship I've had with her, because she actually cared, and she's been left in the dirt so many times that she would not do it to somebody else. And I just talked about everything that I felt like doing, and whenever I said I should just kill myself, she sent me like a paragraph saying you shouldn't. And at the time, we were both depressed, and what was happening was she was getting better, and I thought I was getting better when really I was just getting worse. And to me, it seemed like she didn't care at the time. It seemed like, because for me, my point of view, I saw that even she didn't care, and that she was just going to other people, even though I couldn't really be mad at myself, because everybody has other friends. Nobody's going to have all their attention on you. And that was just because and she was getting better, and maybe I don't know, maybe a week later, she was, like, depression was like a no-no. Like, she still had it, but it wasn't, like, it wasn't like panic attack depression or stuff like that. I'm sorry if this is offensive. I'm not a doctor, if that's obvious. But I just thought, and I always told myself, that voice in my head always told one of the voices that were in my head. Like, at the time, I was crazy. I had voices in my head that told me to do stuff. I was near to schizophrenia. I was losing my mind, and I didn't know what to do, and I was scared to tell anybody else. I didn't even tell my mother I had depression. And she was like, "You gotta tell them and my friend, she was like, "You gotta tell them eventually." And And I said I don't think I could ever push myself to tell my own mother I had depression. And the thing is, that's, I believe, the hardest part is telling your parents you have depression and you do some, and you have these thoughts that aren't pleasant. I have never told my parents that I was depressed. Maybe my mom knows. I mean, I've just never really like brought up the conversation. But I've had friends that have left me in the dark because they said I was crazy and that I was fucked up and nobody could save me from my hellhole in my head. And it doesn't matter what people say, because in the end, you gotta tell yourself this stuff, because everybody has more control over their own mind than they think they do. I didn't believe that. I thought my mind was in control of me, and if I tried to recommend anything, it would make me do something I didn't want to do. And I was so close to killing myself. It wasn't even funny. Well, this conversation is never funny, but I was so close to doing something to myself I never wanted to do that I stopped eating the days. I stopped eating. I stopped having motivation. I just wasn't me. And I used to think to myself, what happened to that little happy girl? What happened to her? She was so happy and joyous. She'd make other people laugh. Then I was, because usually I'm the loud and obnoxious and funny one at the lunch table or around my friends in public settings. But that week, I wasn't, not like I wasn't sure of myself. I wasn't sure of who I was, and it's not like I found out who I was. I still don't really think I know who I am. I mean, I know what I want to accomplish. I know what I want to do. I have goals. But and it took me so long to talk to other people about it, because the only person that knew I was depressed was the girl I talked to. I'm not going to say her name because there's a humongous chance she might watch this video. And she already knows who she is, and she's more of a friend than I've ever had anybody else be my friend, because for the first time I could actually tell somebody what I was actually thinking. I didn't have to say I was alright. I didn't have to give her some bullshit, because she was there. She knew what I was feeling, and that's the thing. First thing I would recommend to do if you're depressed is you talk to a friend you can trust. Is that what you should do? And you should just vent and just say all this stuff you've always wanted to say, that you could never tell your parents, that you could never tell your sister, that you can never tell anyone. And then after you've told somebody, you really have to find what makes you happy. Whether it's speaking, whether it's, I don't know, painting, writing songs, just dancing, doing something that brings you joy. Playing chess, just sitting in a room reading a book. It doesn't matter, whatever the hell it is. Do what the fuck you want. And here's the thing. People are gonna get in your way. People are gonna people are gonna say some shit about you. But you just gotta keep on going, because in the end, when you're up ahead of them, they're gonna ask you for stuff. And you're gonna be the boss in charge. And you take advantage of it. And I was in a setting at home where, no, it wasn't really at home, but it was just, there was this girl, and she's older than me, and she's like, oh, I've been where you are. And every time I think to myself, really? You really wanted to kill yourself? You wanted to take any sanity you had and throw it away? You wanted to just stop? your existence. But in the end, we really don't know what people think. I mean, if you do, congrats for you. You know your best friend. And for me, I'm bi. I'm not bi. But if you are, I'm not making offense to you. I'm straight. But I don't. Depression is always that one thing. It's like falling. I'm gonna put it in Emma Blackery terms, which is a YouTuber. She's awesome. It's like falling in a well. Like, say you're taking a joyous stroll through the forest, and you just drop into a well that you didn't even know was there. Your leg is broken, and you have 3 options. You can either 1, try climbing up yourself. Option 2, scream as loud as you can for someone to save you. Or option 3, just die there and rot. That's what depression feels like. You either have to tell somebody and have somebody help you, or you do it yourself, or you just let it kill you. I was depressed. Well, I still am, but it isn't as severe as it used to be. For about, I don't know, maybe since like July to January this year. That isn't long, but for me, it was the worst experience of my life so far. I mean, I have a lot longer to live, and if I don't, oh well. But that's the thing. People don't really know who to tell. Even though, really, people don't make fun of you. Well, never. There are assholes that make fun of you for being sad, and they say you're being a wuss, even though having fucking emotions isn't being a pussy. That's what some people need to fucking learn. I'm sorry for how much I'm cussing, and I don't know how to like bleep it out, so you're gonna have to deal with that. But and if you really see, I think my mom's awesome, and I can tell her anything. That's what I think now. But just to tell her that I wanted to kill myself is hard. And here's the thing, parents, they don't know what the fuck you're doing. They don't know what you think. And that's the thing, people say, oh my gosh, my mom's so annoying, she keeps asking what I'm doing. It's because she loves you, dumbass. Now, it's a completely different story if your mom does shit to herself, like she's an alcoholic, she hits you, she's abusive, and that saying where she doesn't have time for me, I don't believe that. Like, she doesn't have time, she's always working. See, if it's your mom. I'm saying if I was a parent and my kid was going through some shit, I'd want them to straight up tell me. Like, because I don't want to be a mom that lets you do whatever the hell you want. I want to be a mom where I'm cool, but under circumstances. Like, there are some defaults. But just know that there's a light at the end of the tunnel. This isn't gonna last forever. Your severe depression. It's not gonna be who you are. Depression does not define who you are. It doesn't. And what I used to do as my outlet, I just wrote songs, I just listened to songs that knew how I feel. Like, I recommend listening to maybe early Fall Out Boy songs, like maybe Save Rock and Roll album will Take This to Your Grave. But, oh, not Save Rock and Roll, that's a great album, but like, From Under the Cork Tree and Take This to Your Grave and Folly Ado. Those are great albums that really tell you how you feel. Thanks for watching this video, guys, and stay safe. don't kill yourself because there's more that you know.